metal, and you guys can kill the terrorists. Up here we go. So Alan Funk, that's Queewee from WCW. He had started doing a Hulk Hogan gimmick in developmental, because that's how you get called up, apparently. Got fired, and then just kept doing it.
He don't need no trash cans, he don't need no light bulbs, he don't need no kendo sticks, brother. I got the most devastating finish in the business, the big leg drop. And when I drop it, brother, I've dropped.
Also, they didn't explain who any of these people were.
I've sold out arenas worldwide,
no graphic,
I've hoisted
no
a 700-pound
announcer going, oh, that's so-and-so.
It made the earth move, brother. So when the Funkster goes out here tonight,
That's a good point, TK Bomber. Why is Britt giving a Lawler's to-to-toe?
Of a real wrestler. And don't worry, puppet.
I think I've seen Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett advertised on a few main events for shows in high school. I used to live in Evans.
I got a video for you,
horrible
brother.
city.
$49.95. You can watch the Funkster pose the largest arms in the world, brother.
Also,
and as the Funkster
was Hogan selling his own best-of tapes? What was that gig?
What you gonna do, brothers?
Kind of shocking what happened to Holland there.
Hey, Space goes, was Queewee part of that Voodoo Murderers group or whatever it was called?
What
or was
happened to Alan Funk?
Whatever the WWF
What happened
team was in All Japan?
The Alan Funk we knew.
I remember, yeah, Hot Stuff was Kurt Angle.
Well, he is a real
and then there were a
American,
couple of guys that
Jeremy,
got fired in like 2001,
well.
2002.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Was
Reno
Alan
on his
Funk
way
one of
to
them?
the ring, one of the great superstars of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Thank you so much, Walt Whitman,
Vegas, not Reno.
for the sub. I
Reno,
appreciate it.
certainly.
Again, put it in
this
my
guy's
syringe,
named Reno.
stick in my butt
A
cheek,
Las Vegas
and get
native
my boobies.
now, of course, rolling the dice in Reno.
I also
And
get
what better place to roll
like Jack,
the
but I
dice?
meant like the gyno. Oh, the impression, yes. I didn't know if he was part of that group.
Here is Reno.
Reno.
Here on pay-per-view TV.
Look, he got a hometown pop, even though I'm pretty sure he's from Georgia. Shout out Rick
What
Cornell.
happened to Alan Funk, and who are those midgets he was talking about?
Well, it's my understanding, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong. Later on, we're going
Okay,
to
they
have
were
a
baby
match
faces all
involving
depend. The
midgets,
voodoo guys
which
were
is
heels, like
very
Viscera and
unique.
Mott. Okay.
As opposed to
That's
the
right.
men.
That's a good point,
Don't
though, you
have.
stick it. Reno walked around in real life with
Unbelievable.
that Genghis Khan ponytail.
225 pounds. And coming to us from Venice Beach, California, here is the Funkster.
The Funkster.
With his
Alan
necklace
Funk.
in his mouth.
Say your prayers.
Was that a
Eat your
Hogan
vitamins,
thing?
Kick some ass. Do what you gotta do. But do it in front of the fans here at the Aladdin. And what you gonna do when Alan Funk has a personality disorder?
Does he still have that show where he drives that boat around?
A Thunder in Paradise reference.
3 men and a ninja. Was
I didn't.
Thank you for the
Look at this guy,
sub,
he's
Bam
got nuts. He's
Dog.
like Sybil.
Much appreciated.
Alan
Tip
Funk,
of the
who
cap.
has gone through a metamorphosis of sorts, apparently
God, I'm gonna be
influenced
so
by
jacked by the end of the stream.
another superstar in this profession.
Anybody can see he's imitating
Okay, so if Terry Bollea's
That is
penis
true.
is
That's
not
why they call him the
11
Funkster
inches or
one-on-one
whatever it
with
was,
Reno.
Hulk
And
Hogan's
certainly,
penis was
if
10
you know
inches.
these two,
Terry Bollea's penis was
quite
not.
a
How big is the
interesting story.
Funkster's
Reno
penis?
comes in with a vicious clothesline. Look at Reno's
Yes,
in
that is Jeremy
fantastic shape.
Borash.
Well, this is simple.
Jules
Both of
on
them trained
YouTube.
together
Yes,
at the
indeed it
non-defunct
was.
WCW
It is.
power plant.
Will be.
One went nuts, one didn't.
Well, certainly. And what can you say about Reno, huh? There's a clothesline by Alan Funk, who now takes it to Reno. Reno, a Las
I
Vegas,
appreciate it.
Nevada
Oh,
native,
cheers. Thank you so much,
wrestling in
TK
front of his,
Bomber.
family
the
and
devil
friends here
horns.
in this
Thank
great
you.
facility at the Aladdin, and the Funkster saying his prayers, eating his vitamins,
Oh.
and kicking some ass to Reno.
See, that's the thing. He's a power plant guy, so he can't help but do
I would have
moves
been
with
really
his
embarrassed
Z.
for him if he couldn't rip the shirt off. That's pretty much Funkamania 101, isn't it?
Also, I love how
Alan
Alan
Funk,
Funk
a
was like,
great
I'm not going to
athlete.
buy new
And,
gear for this gimmick.
Last scene.
I'm going to wear the same
Wait a minute,
tights
here they
and
come over
boots
by
I
our
did as
table. Be
Pee-wee.
careful. Back in the ring now, thank God, as Reno
Last seen in a straitjacket. That's what you were going to say, correct?
Also,
That's
Alan
correct.
Funk,
Reno takes Alan
I don't think he
Funk now
won the
into
belt, but he
ropes.
challenged
An
many
amazing
times for the
amazing
WCW
outfit that
Cruiserweight Championship.
Brian Christopher in the ring with Jeff Jarrett, both men certainly second generation
Oh, God,
competitors.
oh, God.
And
Please
if you
don't kill
were
him.
part of our UK tour for
Oh,
great
that was
body
cool.
slam by the Funkster. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Not enough to pin Reno.
Just for the record, I was not the 700-pound guy that the Funkster pressed over his head, dude.
The Funkster now has Reno in his grasp. Here comes a suplex. It's blocked by Reno. A second attempt. Reno now. A suplex of his own. No, face first.
Okay, we're in Las
Nevada,
Vegas, if you did not know.
Down to
Again,
the floor.
Paradise, Nevada,
Goes
as Jonathan
Alan
let us
Funk,
know.
the Funkster. And Reno,
This is the
who loves
Fire
to roll
Pro
the dice on occasion in the ring, certainly
diagonal
a
camera.
finishing maneuver that Reno has in his arsenal that is not only spectacular to see, but devastating.
Also, shout out to Reno for not just having the hair in a ponytail, but it's braided as well.
Tantra kicking off things here tonight for us at the Revolution.
Yeah, I've seen that video, unfortunately, that really sad video of Alan Funk and Buff Bagwell arguing at a flea market a year or so
every time
ago.
there's action near the table.
I'm very
I'll
jumpy.
protect you, I promise.
What happened to that riddle you're giving?
Well, I'll tell you what, God help Reno if the Funkster funks it up a little bit and gets that pathetic looking
Exactly,
offense.
Tecmo. Make it more aerodynamic if you braid it, damn
He's
it.
so well known for.
Well, certainly, Alan Funk, who, for those who are not in the know, has certainly seen his share of hard times, not only with the training in the power plant, as anyone will attest to. Almost like a boot camp of sorts.
Is he going to say that, like,
2.
Alan Funk died, or like his family all died or something?
Let's talk about Reno a little bit. He's the serious
He's seen his
threat, so
share of
doing a
hard
hell of a job.
times at the
certainly, I
power
think when it
plant,
comes
as well
down
as
to,
and then never
competition,
finishes
both
the
men
plot. What are
know
we
what's at
supposed to
stake
think
here.
happened to
The
Alan
Wrestling
Funk?
All-Stars organization. We do know that coming up as well tonight, we will have Devin Storm
His
one-on-one.
dog
with
was
Sam
like
Booth.
murdered in a
And a
cruise ship
match that's certain
accident?
to go
What happened?
all over the building. Look at this.
I would
Power.
like.
Look at this. Nearly dropped on his head
Oh!
by Reno.
Hey Xander,
Reno
sorry
merciless
to blow
in
your
there.
earbuds
He's
out.
taken the American leg of the Funkster
Right.
and twisted him inside
Yes.
out, turned him around.
That's
upside
right, Alan.
down.
Alan
Every
Funk's
which
job
way
was
to cover
taken by a
1, 2.
computer, Daddy. That's hard times.
Certainly, you have to wonder.
Yes,
at what
both these
point
guys went to
in the
HWA post
Hulkster,
WCW. That's
Funkster,
right, damn
the
dog.
Funkster,
And they were
that's what I
both
said,
fired
right?
on the
Funkster
same
gathered
day.
enough of that inner strength, that intestinal fortitude.
And funk it up. Get funked up. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk.
Get it? Get it? His
Work now
name
on Alan
means
Funk,
something
Reno.
else, too.
Mark Madden, after certainly a year's time, I guess you should take this time to tell the fans what you've been up to. I mean, certainly we've.
Drink a lot, watch TV, sit at home. That's about
I mean,
it.
Nice to know you haven't changed. Reno now whips Alan Funk into the
At
ropes,
least he was
doubles the
honest.
clothesline.
Mark
Alan
Madden's
Funk.
Ever since WCW died, I've just been sitting at
Not enough
home
to
being
pin Reno.
sad
The Funkster used that
He
move
was
in
the
Japan
one
to
honest
Inoki
one.
once, I think.
of all the old WCW guys.
Look at Reno. What a magnificent competitor Reno is.
Fantastic physique, not afraid
Yeah.
to dish out punishment.
Mark
Has
Madden,
been known to get into those
like Brian,
hardcore
I think it was
matches,
Brian who brought up earlier. He
And certainly
whined so.
isn't afraid to get hardcore
Pat
here tonight
McAfee
for the
could
Revolution
yell.
from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Should also mention tonight, Chronic is here. We saw those midgets
That sounds like
running
a
around
threat.
backstage.
I have to
And
mention
certainly,
tonight,
at this
Chronic's
stage in the
here.
game, with the advice given
You
to
keep
them by
watching, they
Alan
might
Funk,
show up, so you might
I
want to
wonder if
turn
they're going to heed
away.
his advice.
I don't know, maybe not. Look at the Funkster
Ooh,
now.
a bit
He's getting the bejesus
sticky,
beat out.
Brian.
I haven't seen the Funkster taking
Is
the
that
best
a
like
Marty
this
Elias,
since Hellwig's
former
Farmers just beat the
WWE
hell out
and
of him at the
Lucha
Sky
Underground
Dome that
ref?
one year.
As the referee here? He's from that
Wait, he
era
could be funking up.
country.
Could he be gathering enough?
And see,
of
the
that
funny
intestinal
thing,
fortitude?
Mr. Wrestling
Could
3,
he
is
be
Mark
funking it up?
Madden, like
Here we
Madden
go.
and
Crowd,
Russo and all
get
these
behind the
dudes,
Funkster.
they're quote-unquote pandering to the smart wrestling community,
Gotta give him some
but the
plus two,
smart
Jeremy.
wrestling community can't fucking
Alan
stand
Funk
that shit.
Has funked it up enough,
It's so
gathered
weird.
enough of the intestinal fortitude.
I'm not
necessary
blaming
to-
the fans.
to
I'm
suck it in and do
blaming
something here. Oh, wait a minute.
Mark and
Beautiful
Vince.
suplex by Reno. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Not enough to pin the Funkster.
It takes more than that to beat the Funkster, brother.
Tonight as well, we are going to see a triple threat match
Oh, he's gonna funk up
as
here.
Juventud Guerrera takes on Psychosis, takes on Eddie Guerrero. Wait a minute.
He's funking up.
Wait a minute.
I'm glad to see he remembered what his
behind.
gimmick
Oh,
was.
wait a minute. Not yet.
Because he just stopped
Here we go.
doing it for most of the
Over,
match.
dude.
Into the ropes. Into the ropes goes Reno. Ducks the big boot. Reno sizing up
Oh,
and delivers a beautiful
Nice.
right hand that connects to Alan
either
Funk.
that or Bukaki.
The Funkster now.
Whichever one.
Down but not out.
Whichever one.
Reno. Wait a minute. Here we go.
Oh, roll the dice, roll the dice. Here
Could
we
this
go.
be it? Roll the dice.
Hey,
That's got to be it for the Funkster.
shout out to therapy. We all need therapy.
Reno,
in
what are
our
you waiting
life.
for?
Shout
Pin
out
him.
therapy on
He's
Twitch.
going to go upstairs.
Reno.
Nice
rolling the
cocky.
dice
That's
in
right,
front of his
Xander.
fans. Here at the Aladdin
That's a
Hotel
good
and
point,
Casino
Mr. Wrestling
in
3.
beautiful Las
Maybe
Vegas,
he was
Nevada.
going to do the
From
gimmick,
second
and then he
rope
got a concussion.
comes
He's in
off his
survival
back
mode.
with a big boot.
Yeah, cocky,
Just
blue
for the record, I
cocky.
used to shut the
We need to get
bathroom
that
door so
going
my
on the
mom
show.
wouldn't catch me rolling the dice. He's funking up again. This is incredible. This man has so much reserve left in him, so much heart.
Oh, it's
so
not
much
just a regular
willpower.
braid. He's got the
unbelievable.
vacation braids. Like he went to Sandals,
Get behind
Jamaica.
the Funkster. Crowd showing their support for
He went on a
Funk.
cruise. And someone's like, hey, I'll braid your hair.
This
And
reminds me of
then
those
they
classic
charge him $10
Funkster
after
Ric
all the
Flair
stop
matches
signs.
in the early 90s. Title versus title, it was unbelievable.
And the Funkster going to work on Reno. The
Yeah,
Funkster
Madden used to
whips
be
him into the
a
ropes. Big
Observer
move.
contributor, a Torch contributor.
Are we going to see it? Crowd on their feet here at the Aladdin.
Madden used to
see the Funkster.
be in with all the newsletter guys.
Wait a minute. Pile
Oh,
driver.
you know the famous
Pile
Hulk
driver
Hogan
coming up
pile
from the
driver?
Funkster.
I mean, I think he did
Vicious.
one, just it wasn't his finish, though. Let's do the X
Funkster
Bomber,
looking
brother.
for fan improvement. He's getting it. The crowd here at the Aladdin Hotel just is going nuts for the Funkster. Here it comes.
Big
Oh.
leg drop by Alan Funk. A cover. 2,
Ooh.
3.
No one kicks out of the leg.
I don't know who owns the rights to this, so that's a good question, because like I've seen like High Spots put a VHS rip of this up on their streaming service a few years ago.
Become the victim of
But like,
the Funkster.
if you upload it to YouTube, nobody claims it. So who knows who owns it?
Look at the man. Look at the man. I hope
And the
Russo
crowd
doesn't come out
goes
here
to
and call
the
him a piece of
concession.
garbage
That's
now.
right.
What's Rene Russo doing in Vegas?
I'll tell you
What's
later.
Rene Russo doing in Vegas? Remember
Alan
Rene
Going
Russo?
nuts for the Funkster. This was great.
Alan
He had
Funk,
quite the
your
career.
winner at our second contest for the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
This probably would have been a better song